Yo, 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 familia, what's good? Oh, man, what a day. What a day. How has everybody been today, man? Hope everyone's doing good, man. I'm at my mother's today, so it's going to be pretty interesting with the internet, but I'm sure we'll be all good. What's good? Yeah, voice is sounding better given the fact that I am chatting loads anyway. So yeah. Let me just sort out the mic. Okay then, cool. Guys, Sperdiganis, how you doing, Paul Tomlinson? Thank you for using the native language, bro. Mad love to you. Now, I don't know, hay fever, boy. I was driving up today and I managed to cut through this A road and it practically was pollen city. So I had to pull over and quickly take a dose of Piriton, get myself sorted out like that. But boy, man, it was... On top of that, I've got a nice little migraine, you know. Haven't had a migraine in a while, but when it comes, it likes to do its business. Messes things up for me, but happy days. But the charts will still need to be discussed. We must discuss the charts regardless. Bitcoin will still move, whether there's Piriton, whether there's hay fever, whatever. It's still going to be happening. I'm just adjusting the mic, guys. Sit tight a second. Okay then, let's go. All right then. So, Bitcoin, what's she been doing? What on earth has she been doing? Who is this? All right then. Cool. Okay, yeah. Sorry about this. All right, let's just have a conversation. Let's see what's been going on. So, Bitcoin. Today's been a pretty interesting day, to be honest with you, but we actually haven't gone anywhere. Let me flip the chart over for you so you guys can see exactly what we are considering. All right then, cool. So, Bitcoin. It's been stuck on the 50 EMA. Straight. There's not much been happening with Bitcoin. This is a 4-hour time frame. And the thing is, today in the stage, we were talking about Bitcoin needed to come back down to this point here in the chart to really confirm that they do favor higher prices, because this is where price was when it consolidated straight after this big move. The fact that they contained price in this zone right here, and look at what they've done, worked the lows. They want higher prices because they keep spiking the lows. These are not rejection points. These are orders being taken by the market maker. Retail trading, conventional wisdom will tell you that that's a zone that they don't want price to go to. Well, they had to go there and they moved price back up, because when they go there, they take the orders, they induce the shorts, and then they trigger the longs by sending it back up. Do not fall for the hype that they give you. It's not a rejection point. It's not a rejecting candle. It's a candle that has absorbed liquidity from the lowest point at that point in time and reverses back up, because in order to get it to reverse back up, they need to induce the trader to think it's going short, and then he takes their stops out, right, by moving price back up. Okay, that's the difference between a candle like that with a wick. Okay, But when they start working these areas at the lows, it means they favor higher prices because they keep coming down, taking the orders and coming back up. Come down, take the orders, come back up. It's not because price doesn't want to go there, because if you take that understanding, you're going to apply it later on in the chart, right? And then you're going to get caught out, all right? Understand, it means they're taking orders, they're taking liquidity from that point, okay? Now, in the stream today with the stage chat, we were waiting for Bitcoin to break down towards the 200 EMA, all right? And she did that perfectly today, all right? We waited for the New York Brinks. The New York Brinks session came in, all right? Started high, came up, came back down, stop punt rise again, and then dropped, and then they induced the reversal back up. Now, what's interesting about this situation right now is Bitcoin has actually come back straight to this zone, okay, and pulled straight back up. We said it would hit yesterday's low, and they did just that. Yesterday's low added as a great support, okay, and she's done perfectly to bounce away from that point. If we flip over to the 15-minute time frame, we're going to see the same sort of behavior, but we may see a couple of vectors. What do you see on this chart, guys? For all my guys that understand the strategy, what are you seeing in this area here? Please tell me. PC Shed, good evening. Members, good evening. Forgive me, I haven't addressed you properly, guys. I know I've got bad internet here, so I'm giving you all the information as fast as I can, because right now connection seems to be well, but it's quite intermittent. Okay, so I'm just going to roll out the information as quick as I can. But what can we see in this area? Yep, peak formation, not what I'm looking for. Red candle, green candle, yes. Yes, red candle, green candle formation. This same thing happened here, happened over here. Where is it? There you go. Look at that. Red candle, green candle formation. Exactly the same pattern right there has happened here. Red candle comes down, market maker induces the retail trader to go short. He taps the liquidity, brings it back up. Then he starts to range out in the zone, giving the retail trader the belief that price is probably going to continue lower. Then he brings in one more candle, spikes the 800 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, triggers the shorts, gets the shorts committed, reverses back up, takes the liquidity with the green candle and opens up the area and takes out all of the shorts. Tony, where you been? It's been a while. It's been a while, Mr. Carvajal. Right. Let's consider Bitcoin right now. So, 800 EMA. Bitcoin seems to have this habit. Every time it comes to the EMA, it likes to bounce from it. All right? Now, this is the first time that Bitcoin has come above the 800 EMA in a little while. It seems to be using it as resistance. Last time it hit it, it dropped. This time it broke straight through it, came down, showed support to it, and then moved away from it. But this is on the 15-minute time frame. What is the 15-minute 800 EMA? The 200 EMA on the 1-hour time frame. Now, this is where it gets interesting, guys. Look at this. The last time Bitcoin hit the 200 EMA, she dropped down. But that was on the development of the W formation. If we look back in the chart, last time it hit it, tried to show support at it, dropped, retraced, continuation down, and has been trading down ever since. All right, now it's come back up to the 200 EMA, retrace and held above it, come back up, and now she's come back down, broke below it, but broke straight back up. Now it's holding this zone. This zone now is critical for Bitcoin. Why? Because we've got confluences coming into play. Look at this. The whole pattern, W formation, is playing out to the T. We are expecting a retrace when price comes out of a W formation. This came out of a W formation. It cleared the zone. Happy days. We need a retrace. The retrace has brought price back down into the fray, but back within this consolidation area. Very important. The next step now for Bitcoin is to move higher. If it holds at the 200 EMA, it will need to continue straight up to take out this previous area and aim towards the 800 EMA on the 1-hour time frame, which, my friends, is the 200 EMA on the 4-hourly. If Bitcoin breaks the 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame and closes strong, then the next projection points will be in sight. First projection will be the 38.82. Then we will have this area here, the 39.955. And then finally, we will have the most anticipated 41 mark. Now, why am I giving you these prices? Because these are previous liquidity pools that the market maker had opened up longs at. They always come back to these areas in the chart. Why? Because that's where the orders are at. Okay? Look at what's been going on. Zoom out. Look at how the pattern has played out, and it's starting to rise, takes out liquidity over here, pulls back. Now we're waiting for the intention to move price higher. All right? That's where we are right now with Bitcoin, guys. Okay? She's got a lot of work to do. 200 EMA is pretty flat. 50 is flat. The RSI on the 1 hour time frame has gone outside the volatility band. Outside the volatility band. This time it is still outside, but slightly back in, which means that volatility has started to slow down as price comes to the low. What you need to understand is this, guys. Okay? What you need to understand is, earlier on today, they actually dropped price in the New York session, and they could have continued down to the psychological high, but they didn't. The reason why they didn't is because they want to keep price within this range. They allowed the 200 EMA to be broken, but they quickly reversed price back up. All right? Look on the 4 hour time frame. Look at this. It came down on the 50 EMA, spiked, didn't finish strong, came down and tapped some of this liquidity down here, and then reversed back up. Now the next 4 hour candle is only showing us signs to continue higher. It is trading above the 50 EMA. The 13 and the 5 EMA have crossed over, but price is trying to stabilize and move upwards. All right. So we are in a pretty much a 50-50 zone right now. Bitcoin can do a number of things, but if we look down on the lower time frames, we can assume. See, here we go. On the 50-minute time frame, we've got a violet candle there, which means volume is starting to rise, but it's not a strong vector candle. Okay? We've got these pools of liquidity right here. Market makers are moving price lower to give people the belief that price is now in the area of buying the dip. What they then do is they extend price lower to trigger them to think, okay, buying the dip might be the wrong move. We're going to try and go short. They get busy at the lows with the vector candle, and then price reverses straight back up to take out the stops. Bitcoin needs to hold this point. All right, we're going into Thursday. Thursday can be an interesting day in the charts. It can be a quiet day, but it can also be a very interesting day. We might see activity tomorrow in the New York session, but I don't know if we're going to see much activity tonight. Asia may even set the range for us this evening, okay? Because Asia initially set the point where they sent price down lower and built longs at cheaper prices. London steps in, initiates a stop hunt rise, and continues with the Asian market makers' intention to build longs. Then the US comes in and does exactly the same thing. Okay? In the Brinks box, they initiate a stop hunt rise, and then they drop price, but they stabilize at the 800 EMA. So all three market makers have decided that they want to build longs. So is this session now, the Asian session, going to be the session that sends price back up and takes out the liquidity from the initiation of these longs that started in the original Asian session last night? All right? That's what we're waiting for. This is how we collate the information, man. Yeah, we got a new monthly candle in 2 hours, which is why we're seeing a lot of activity. So let's just flip over to the monthly time frame. All right, this is the weekly, and we're still above the 50. All right, let's just go over to the monthly time frame. The new monthly candle has actually already formed. On IC markets, it's already there. Look, it's right there. New monthly candle has already formed. Okay? Because remember, Sydney is effectively the next day. All right? So, it's opened positive. This is going to be make or break. Let me just do something here. I'm going to do something on the chart. So, let me drop that down to yes. Let me go onto there. Let me do that. Let me drop this chart down to the 15-minute time frame. All right. let me show you something. Let me just get rid of this here. And this should actually resolve the matter that I want to discuss. Right, move that. All right, then. Cool. Okay, now, watch this. Can you see? Oh, God. Let me just bring up the monthly time frame again. Let me get rid of these boxes. Here we go. Now, check this out. Going into the 15-minute time frame. Zoom in. Now, you can see this now is the daily time frame. All right. This is a daily candle in front. So in front of you right now, you can see the development of a daily candle. Okay. The development on the 15-minute time frame, the daily candle is showing its development. So when price gets all the way over here, that will be one whole session. Okay. So now I can keep an eye on this and say, right, where are we in the day's trading? So look at this. This is a whole day's worth of trading. So we could sense that they were going to start breaking price down from this point here, and it was likely to finish less. The first retrace in the session itself brings price down, rejects it, comes up, rejects it again, finishes towards the lows and bounces away from it. Happy days. But this is a new monthly candle. The new monthly candle has been formed. All right. Now, I have added this indicator into the Discord. If knowledge serves me correctly, please go into the MT4 channel on the Discord. If you are new to the channel, guys, you can download MT4, IC Markets. All the links that you need are in the description. But once you've downloaded it, it's free of charge. You can open a real account or a demo account. All right. But once you've done that, go into the Discord and download all the indicators there as well. They are in the channels, but make sure you pass verification, so because then it will open up all the channels for you. All right. Right now, we are developing a daily candle, a monthly candle, should I say. Look at that. Currently developing into one. So we can go on the 15-minute time, 30-minute time frame. I can go on the hourly, and I can see how the new monthly candle is starting. This is a monthly candle, guys. We're waiting to see if this ends up well for us, because for the past month, Bitcoin has actually been rejecting these areas. So they could actually come back and recover this wick right here, but they could also start working the wick up here as well. So it's literally make or break for Bitcoin. All right. Make or break. Holding at the 50 EMA on the weekly time frame. That is very strong. Rejection and rejection. That is absorbing liquidity, taking the orders and moving price back up. Okay. Coming on the daily time frame. She's opened lower. But there's a big stopping volume candle right there, guys. Stopping volume 1, stopping volume 2, divergence at the RSI. What does that mean, man? What does that all mean? 4-hour time frame. What we got? Still open positive on the monthly candle right there. So that's happy days for us. Let's see what happens, guys. Tonight will be a very interesting evening on the principle of this monthly candle forming. All right. Now let's go back onto the crazy charts that I have. Where are we at now? So we've got a vector candle on the 15-minute time frame. We understand that that candle needs to get recovered if their intention is to continue higher. So that's where we are at right now with Bitcoin, guys. Ethereum. Ethereum has been behaving perfectly. All right. Has any information come out with Ethereum? Has any information come out about Ethereum that we need to know about? Just looking now, there was an upgrade July 7, which might be a sell, the news event. Okay. Rumor has it Ethereum's schlong grew 12 inches. Lovely. They are working with SpaceX. Uniswap is on CoinMarketCap. Okay. Happy days. Okay. Look at Twitter, yeah. Okay then. Some banks have reported large liquidation volumes in gold to transfer that wealth into cryptocurrency. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. The fact that gold has completely tanked, all right, tells me that risk is on. Investors are now putting money into risk assets, right? They're saying that something about the blockchain found that institutional companies aren't really showing an interest in cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. But when you see gold completely tank, if they're not putting it into stocks, where are they putting it? Well, the next best liquidity pool for them is cryptocurrency. Otherwise, if they want to start putting it in T-bills or coming to the futures and hedging on Bitcoin and Ethereum, you know, that's why they got listed on the CME. Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting on that principle. Ethereum has broken the 800 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. You don't understand how big that is. It's massive. And funnily enough, Ethereum has tapped the previous liquidity pool that we projected yesterday on the projections channel and this morning. And there it is right there. She tapped the liquidity pool right there. That little look at that, man. She took that little wick right there, which was a vector candle, but finished a stopping volume, but principally a vector candle. If you follow this dashed box right here and follow it across, you will see it came, tapped it, and pulled straight back. What a joke. Unbelievable. Let's look at the monthly time frame on Ethereum. Nah, no thank you. Too much work to try and fix it. So this is where we are right now. Okay. Of course, what's this? What do you think Ethereum and BRA can hit? What's BRA? What's BRA, bro? Is that Bitcoin or Ethereum? Like, I'm guessing it's BRA, like Bitcoin. Listen, everything's looking good, guys. I don't understand why people are getting shook. Look, like, everything is fine. Worst case scenario, Bitcoin comes down and recovers a little bit of this wick right here, or this green vector. But funnily enough, the vector candle of this candlestick right here has recovered the previous green vector and tested the 800 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. So there's not much for it other than to go up now. Okay, but it can go lower. We always have to factor in that it can potentially go lower. All right. But right now, we're at the open of a new monthly candle. And we are now in the dead gap time. Nothing much is happening. Another hour until Sydney comes to 9 a.m. All right, that's when the banks open in Sydney fully. Money starts flowing. Then we wait for Tokyo. Then we've got Hong Kong. We're going to see their intention, guys. We will see their intention later on in the evening. That's what's important. So we're going to see what happens tonight. All right. I always seem to have this battle about Sydney. I'm going by this time frame. If they're open trading, fair enough. Okay, so Sydney is open. On one stream, one evening, I had one person say to me, Sydney's not open. I work in the bank in Sydney and they don't open for another half an hour. And then one person says, I am in Sydney and I'm at work. Well, if you're at work, is that before 9 or what? Like, there was this debate on the stream. So I don't know who to listen to. The red diamonds in the chart. I think they are just, I don't even know what they are. I see those little red diamonds and they do wind me up sometimes. I don't even know what they are. I don't really care about the diamonds. Yeah, it's likely that Sydney will set up along. Remember, Sydney doesn't really carry much liquidity. She doesn't really move markets. Okay, it's Tokyo and Hong Kong, which is why you notice, look at yesterday's Asian session, start of the Sydney session. You really didn't get much activity out of it. And then when Hong Kong came in, it started to get busy. But that's usually the case. Look, Sydney doesn't really do much. Yeah, it spiked up and down here, but the true movement happened in Hong Kong and Tokyo. I mean, this right here was, even in Sydney here, they moved the market, but there was good news about Bitcoin right there, so they needed to get out the zone. But right now, we've got the red vector candle getting recovered, so that's good news for us. They're going to stick to the range. Ideally, I think this Asian session range may be small, but the pivot is nearby. We've got pools of liquidity right here. So it's likely that Bitcoin could actually come and take these zones in the Asian session. So it's going to be very interesting. Thank you very much, Diab. Look, let me tell you. I don't want to talk about the Patreon because people are going to think I'm trying to shill it straight up. But I'm going to tell you exactly what not to do. Do not join the Patreon before the 1st of the month because they charge you twice. I can't control that. Okay? But if you're going to consider the Patreon, there are 2 sections to it. We are going to be changing the wording of the sections. But as it is right now, it's staying as 2 sections and nothing else. Alright? First section is the pattern watchers. The pattern watchers effectively get real-time breakdown of price during the important sessions of the day. And that is in the Brinks box of the UK and the New York session, right? I am giving you real-time analysis in, momentarily as price is playing out. We're talking about zones, vectors, there's a lot of interaction. We do it in a stage chat in the Discord. All right, so it's literally like a news announcements kind of thing, but I'm actively working with everyone in that chat, in that stage chat. Tier 3 guys, they get the same thing. Market makers, they get the same thing, except with the market makers, they get more in-depth analysis. They get to see real live trades. Currently got a little challenge where I'm growing a small account, so they'll see the trades being placed and they will, they're going to see my mindset behind why I'm placing trades, and they're going to understand more detail about the strategy, about how I open trades, why I close trades, what's my mindset, experiencing loss, experiencing gain, and just helping you understand how to apply the hybrid system. All right. Plus, we have a bit of fun in the stage chat as well. So, but go ask people in the Discord. If you want to know more, ask the people in the Discord. Me telling you about it would come across as bias, but just go ask people in the Discord if they see that it's valuable for them. Yeah, you don't get entries. What's the point in trying to learn how to make money in this system if I show you how I make money? What's the point? You don't want to see me just make money. You want to be part of it as well. So let me show you how to do that by me showing you how I place trades. Because let's face it, you go to a signals channel, you wait for them to tell you when to buy and when to sell. Congratulations, you have used your brain 0. So then when that guy stops being the channel and he gets called up because he's given effectively financial advice, what happens then? You're going to go to another signals provider. So you're going to be paying all these people to give you signals. Some of them may be good, some of them may be bad. But ultimately, you want to be in a position to say, I don't want to rely on anyone. I want to make the decision for myself. And that's what this channel's about. It's about teaching you proficiency. It's trying to help you understand how to translate the way price behaves in this market. Why is it when we see a red vector candle and price then is starting to recover that red vector candle? Why do we see that? Well, this stream tells you why that happens. It helps you understand why is there a red vector candle? Why has it not broken below the 50 EMA? Why has it stayed in that zone when normally when we see these candles, we know that they're breaking down price? Well, we understand that when we do see these candles, it means they're going long. Market maker is building longs at that point in the chart. Okay? And that's what I try and show you guys. That's what's in the streams. That's what's in the Patreon. So if that helps you, happy days. You don't have to, no, you don't have to have an IC Markets account, okay? But when you get an IC Markets account, what I see is what you see, okay? You're just literally mirroring what I am talking from. I know some people use TradingView. TradingView, we do have the indicators for it, but they're not exactly the same. That's the difference. They're not exactly the same. I will always use IC Markets for my decisions, everything. The only difference is on IC Markets, there's a 5-minute delay because I don't really want to pay 50, 60 grand a month to get the full correct price because that's what the cost is. To cut out that 5 minutes, you got to pay about 50 racks. Crypto Keeper, thank you for that, bro. I can't take crypto as a payment on Patreon. And Patreon really locks you down, man. You can't really do much. You know, if you get charged twice, you got to go back to them and then they'll say to you, you know, go back to the creator and have a conversation with him, you know. But I can't I can't give access. If you pay me in crypto, I can't give you access to the Patreon. That's the crap thing about it. You know, guys, listen, I am more than willing to compromise with people, but it's what Patreon say, man. It's like Patreon is the master right now. I can't do nothing without their consent as such. But yeah, that's another story. Yeah, you get usually what happens before we had the stage chat, we used to get about 40 videos a day. Now, those are real-time live market update videos as price is progressing. Okay, look at that. Red vector candle near enough recovered. Why did we know it was going to happen? You know? So, but now that we've got this stage chat, okay, the stage chat effectively allows me to communicate with the people in the Patreon in real time. They can fire questions, you know, we have a laugh and a joke and what have you, but we are there when price is moving. Like yesterday was the best because in the Patreon yesterday, we pretty much ran every single part of this move. We projected the M4, the M5, then the range daily high. We sat through the whole thing and we just watched it and we were effectively, I know some people were taking trades, but I know they had the guidance and understanding behind why it was going to continue to rise. All right, that's really the benefit of the Patreon. I'm giving you a real-time breakdown of what each candle is doing. Okay, and that's what you guys are effectively aiming to create with this stream. This stream is designed to give you the screen time that you need when you're trying to understand how to apply a strategy. The thing is, you guys have got it good. Okay, because it's taken me the best part of what nearly trying to understand this game. Well, PVSRA itself, the system, took me 6 years of trying to understand it. All right, because the guy that created this system, all right, he doesn't teach it. He tells you to learn it for yourself because once you learn it for yourself, then that's it, game changer. You know, that's what it is. This strategy, guys, is based on the hybrid system is designed by there are two schools of thought that I use, the PVSRA method and Steve Mowry market maker method. Okay. The difference between the two is this. Steve Mowry market maker method is understanding the market makers based on time. Okay. PVSRA, which is the candlesticks, is helping you understand price, volume, support, resistance, analysis. So all you're doing is you're understanding the behavior of the candlesticks. Took me 6 years to really understand why the candlesticks themselves are so important in this game. All right. and it's not what you think it is. If I were to just bring you up a chart like this, all right, check this out. If I were to just bring you a basic crypto Bitcoin chart, all right, let me get rid of the grid. We zoom in a little bit and we add ourselves some candlesticks. All right, let's change up the colors and make it universal to how people normally have these candlesticks. So I'm going to change that to white. Bar down, white again. And then bull candle will make it green and bear candle will make it red. Okay, 9 times out of 10 people have this. Okay, now look at this. On the same chart, on the 15-minute time frame, that candle there, you're looking at it and you're thinking nothing. It just looks like an engulfing candle. It's just coming round the previous candles. All right, you don't really think much of it. There's so many of these red candles, you think they're selling, 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 selling. No, they're buying, buying, buying. Why? Because when you flip over to this chart, you'll understand that these red vector candles mean the market maker is buying because he doesn't buy at the highs. That's the moon boy's job. He buys at the highs. You see, when price was rising right here and we were seeing green vector candles as price was rising, we understood that at some point they will want to bring those prices, bring price back down to that point because that's where their liquidity was, where they built their shorts. Then look what happens. Price comes to the high, forms a head and shoulders pattern, which is a variation of an M. You look at the RSI, you start seeing divergence coming into play at the highs. Look at this. Shark fin outside the volatility band, back inside the volatility band. Price is made a higher high. That only means what? Bang. Divergence. Price is closing higher. Sorry, price is closing lower as it's rising. Then what happens? You see price breaking down. Vector candle, take back. Vector candle, take back. Vector candle, take back. Bringing it back down again into the zone. They've consolidated, held price. Now look what's going on. Recovery of the red vector candle coming back up. It's different when you're looking at this time frame, guys. Where is it? Such a different story, isn't it? Where is the aspect of time? Where is the Asian session? Where's the Brinks box? Where's the dead gap time? Where's the Asian session high, Asian session low? Sorry. You know, where's yesterday's high, yesterday's low? Where's the ADR? There's so much information that is missing, and people trade off these charts, and they do well, but they trade technically off these charts. There's no psychology. This chart is about psychology and understanding why price is going to move to these certain areas. I am going to start doing the Forex projections channel. I just need to get the time to it. Cryptocurrency is behaving. We're at really important points in the chart right now. It's literally make or break. So I just really need to pay attention there. But I'm going to get into the Forex. I need to get a couple of things sorted out first. You know, we've got the reveal coming soon. I've got to get that sorted. And I also need to find the time to do it. You know, because right now the patrons, you know, they're the guys that are getting all the information. What you get in the stream is literally what someone just said. 1/10 of what you get in the stream. You get 1/10 in the stream as such, to compare to what the patrons get. But in the stream, okay, you have everything that you need. The catch with the stream is this: you've got to watch them, because I am teaching you in real time. I ain't going to be the guy that says, hey guys, guess what? Look, Bitcoin rose and it hit this high and it retraced. Where are you going to see any benefit in hindsight? You need hindsight to understand how a pattern forms, so that when you look at it and say, okay, here's a W formation right there. Let's see the criteria of this W formation against a criteria of a pending W formation. Let's see which one marries up. Okay, if this W formation performs like this, then the next W formation that I'm going to be looking for, I want it to try and replicate this sort of behavior. All right, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get you guys to get as much screen time as you physically can. But what's more important as well, guys, I've got a projections channel. All right, it might sound like I'm pushing this onto you guys, but I'm telling you, There is so much information in this channel. All right. That channel itself spoke about XRP's liquidity pool at 70 cents. 2 hours later, 70 cents was taken. All right. I've pinned it to the chat right now. I strongly recommend that anybody new goes and subscribes to that channel, because I give you pre-market projections for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. All right. I've pinned it to the chat, and go and subscribe to that, because you will get everything that you get in the streams in short 10-minute videos, because there are people that can't actually sit through the streams. So they go to that channel, quickly have a breakdown of the market, see where it's at, and then they make a decision of understanding where they think price is going to go based on these candlesticks and where price is. All right. Been a brilliant success on that channel, man. Those guys have been eating a lot of cake on that channel, from my understanding, from what I've been told. A lot of cake. Funny, isn't it? Look at that candle. Completely recovered the red vector. We understood that was going to happen. That's what this stream teaches you. It teaches you how to understand why it happens. Nah, no one needs to watch me. Timothy, like, funnily enough, like, why is that so funny? Like, someone made cheese. Someone's made some cheese. I don't have asthma, no. This is my inhaler, but my inhaler is actually my vape. I call it my inhaler just to reinforce the importance it has for me. So then that way I don't lose it. Cryptomaniac, what are you talking about? I didn't call you someone. Look at what's going on. Right now, we're on a new monthly time frame. Yeah, new monthly candle. Funny, isn't it? Just look at what's been going on. New monthly candle forming. Let's start buying just before the start of a new month. Let's start off on a good foot. And look what's happened. 50 EMA, vector candle, fails to break below. But what's really happening behind this vector candle is triggering the shorts to believe that the 50 EMA is a rejection zone and that there's no support to send price higher. Trigger the shorts to open up and go lower, use their liquidity to open up longs, and then change the direction and use their stops that they've been setting in that zone to move price back up. That is how they reverse price. And look, moving up. The 800 EMA is a monster whenever price comes to it on the 15-minute time frame, which is the 200 EMA on the hourly. Every time it hits the 200 EMA, it bounces, and it hasn't bounced away from the 200 EMA upwards for a long time. Look at what it did last time. 200 EMA, bounce. 200 EMA, bounce. Let's have a look. Look, even at the highs, even here at the 200 EMA, bounced up. 200 EMA, bounce. Where are we at? Let's go again. Breaks up, goes higher. See some more 200 EMA behavior. Let's go back across the chart. Here we go. 200 EMA, bounce up. 200 EMA, bounce. I can go on for days. 200 EMA, bounce. Why is it every time it comes up from underneath the 200 EMA and breaks away from it, it makes a fat move? Even down here, came and broke it and then came back up. Look, 200 EMA, bounce. 200, bounce. I can go on for days, guys. Where are we at right now in the chart? Let's have a look. What's going on here? What have you gone? Bro, what have you done? Oh my days. What is going on? Here we go. There we are. There we are. There's your chart. Bouncing up, recovery of the wick. Drop down the time frame. Recovery of the vector. That's what they're trying to do now. Literally, I know. Been looking at the charts so long in my life. I don't know how to navigate them. Yes, I do speak Greek. No, Tokyo's not open yet, guys. That's correct. Crypto Keeper, that is correct. That's why you stay away from trading whenever the moving averages are flat. Look at the RSI. Not really doing much. Yeah? Moving average, 50 EMA flat, 13 EMA flat, 5 flat, 200 flat. Nothing's happening. Right now there are guys that are actually trading these pathetic support and resistance points that they like to draw on their charts. There are only 2 points of support and resistance that you need to pay attention to, okay? And this is for the new guys. It's the psychological high and the psychological low that gets set at the start of each trading week. All right, let me show it to you. These are the, if you take something away from this, if you decide to subscribe to this channel, you'll know more. But if you don't, and you'd never come through here again, and you go and do your own trading, let me tell you, there are 2 points in the chart that do carry such an important influence on what's going to happen for the rest of the week. The psychological high, which is this zone right here, and the psychological low. This is when the first low and the first high forms at the start of each trading week. Now, the range that these two lines sit between is the market maker's spread that they set for the rest of the week. In other words, if price breaks away from this zone and it goes above the psychological high, experience tells that they will trade away from it and rise, which is exactly what has happened here. If it trades below it, it always trades away from it. Whenever price is in this zone within the week and it stays there, you know that a move is brewing. All right. Now, if you go back in the previous streams, you will see and understand why this is the true support and resistance point in the chart, and not what these TikTok traders come up and say, hey, guess what? You want to learn how to trade? Simply draw a line up here and then draw a line down here. And when price touches it, trade off it. If it breaks it, trade away to it. Ugh, really? Really? Is it that simple, bro? My days, man. Crypto Keeper, well done. In Forex, remember guys, this strategy that I've brought to cryptocurrency was purely Forex. I started trading cryptocurrency in January 2020. No, 2021, sorry, 6 months ago. I've been in cryptocurrency, but I got a massive interest January the 21st, when I thought, let me see if I can apply this strategy that I'm using in Forex, that I have been using for the past 11 years. Let me see if I can apply it to cryptocurrency. And we are where we are today. Yeah? The psychological high and low in Forex, okay? Forex has a certain range that it's allowed to trade in, all right? The average daily range. The IMF made sure that the guys in the market makers over there stuck to a certain range and that they don't keep it too volatile, because they want to keep the market a fair place. Because if you're just seeing price continuously rising, it's going to get to the point where you ain't going to buy. And if you see it continuously dropping, you're going to get to the point where you ain't even going to go short. All right. So they make sure that it stays within a free zone where there's one thing that I can guarantee that they always do with price, and they always bring it back to the 50 EMA. Whenever you see price deviate away from the 50, you know that you haven't missed the move to the upside, because you know they're going to bring it back down to the 50. Look at what happened here. Rise away from the 50 EMA. 50 EMA is this big blue line here. All right? They move away from the 50, bring it back. Move away from the 50, bring it back towards it. Move away from the 50, bring it back. Move away, bring it back. Move away, bring it back. I can go on for days. Days and days and days. Away, back. Even the smallest one. Yeah, look at this little move up. Came back down. The law of averages does apply in this market. Why? Because they know that that's how they can induce people to get committed again. Look at the idea of buying the dip. Yeah, what's buying the dip? Price is moving higher and higher and higher. It comes back towards the moving average. People translate that as buying the dip. But you can get caught out in buying the dip, because that's where an M formation happens. Look at your dollar yen now. It is exactly what you are saying. What's it doing? There you go. Perfect. Perfect play. Perfect play. Wonderful. We have still got, guys, just for the record, because I am going to end the stream. I'm just going to give you the breakdown. The bigger pattern is right here. This M formation. For anybody new, okay? Go back and start watching the stream from the 22nd of June, this month. From the 22nd, you will understand why this move happened, and you'll be able to come back to the chart and you'll be able to hear what I'm saying about the candlesticks here and how they will always get recovered. The next couple of streams show the recovery, okay? Watch it. Watch those videos. Watch the projection, because the whole point is to get you to understand why this W formation has played out, because this is what you're looking for. This is a psychological pattern, guys. All right? It's a psychological pattern. It's not a technical pattern. It's delivered as a technical pattern, but you need to look deeper. This is the meta game of trading. Market makers versus retail traders. There can only be market makers if there is a retail trader on the other side wanting to buy or sell. All right? Tell Mike Dutch Vanja loves him. Yo, if anybody speaks to Mike Dutch, just say that Vanja loves him. All right? From now on, anyone that speaks to Mike Dutch, make sure you say, hey, Mike, how you doing? Just want to let you know Vanja loves you. All right? I don't know who Vanja is, but you need to say that. Okay? Oh. Mike was salty about Vanja. Mad loves MLAF, man. No worries. It's supposed to be... That's so bad. I guess Vanja loves Mike. All right. Listen, let me get back to it. Okay? Just so that I know how many people are actually new to this stream. How many people are brand new, just passing through to this channel. Just please type 1 if you are completely new, so that I can explain this pattern to you, and then I can leave you guys be. What? I got put on a list. I got put on a good YouTubers list, eh? Ah, I've made it in the Hall of Fame. Wow. Okay, so you came 5 minutes ago. Wonderful. Okay, so firstly, thank you very much for passing through. Okay, this channel has got the best community. I don't care what anyone else says. I've got the best community of people in this channel. All right, Discord, different place, guys. Mad love in that Discord. Okay, if you're gonna come to this channel and this stream, If you do subscribe, you'll be welcomed by some beautiful people, helpful people. All right, we do get a bit crazy at some times, but you know what? The love is there. All right. But the idea of this channel is to help you understand the business model. Because if you try and fight against the business model, you will only be adding to the percentages of traders that lose, which is 95% and growing. All right. It will never be 100% because someone always makes money. Because in order for someone to make money, someone has to lose. Which brings me on to helping you understand what you're looking at right now. This is a psychological pattern. Okay. Market makers, they do things differently, but you're led to believe that it's something else. A lot of people believe that this marketplace is driven by supply and demand. Please. This channel, I'm telling you now, will challenge a lot of conventional wisdoms that people use to come into trading with. And that's what they want you to do. All right? When you think price is dropping, people think that the sellers are in control. Please do not think that. When price is rising, people think that buyers are in control. No, that's not true. And I'll tell you why. Because in this marketplace, before you can buy something, someone has to sell you something. You can't walk into an empty shop and say, I'd like to buy everything. The guy's going to stand there and be like, look, man, there's nothing for me to sell to you. Yeah, but I'm here to buy something. Nope, there's nothing for me to sell to you. So what is that? What does that mean? It means before you can buy, someone has to sell. You can't come to a marketplace and buy something that doesn't exist. You need someone to sell it to you. So there is your contract. When you see price rising, okay, the market maker is selling the buys to the moon boy. Now, I am not picking on the moon boy. I'm helping you understand that in this game, there is a lot of emotional people. Emotional people to the upside, emotional people to the downside. Which is why 95% of people in this game lose, because they are emotionally driven. How are they emotionally driven? When they see this. When they see these big green candles. Wow, look, Bitcoin's rising. Amazing. Yeah, dude, let's buy Bitcoin. Or, oh my God, Bitcoin's dropping. It's crashing. It's going to zero. Look, red candles, sell. These candles are designed to trigger emotions because everyone that comes into the game is irrational. The only person that isn't irrational is the market maker. Now, the market maker is no superhuman being. He's the liquidity. You start a business. What's the first thing that a business needs, especially a startup? What do you think they need? Cash. They need cash to do their business. All right? They need a float. They need liquidity in order for them to survive the first year of being in business. The market maker is the liquidity. We come to his playground to play. He lets us play, but when the whistle blows, okay, we have to leave the playground. All right? So how does it happen? How does the market maker move price? Simple. Traders that are new, that come into trading, they Google or they go on YouTube, how to trade for a living. All right? Or how to be a profitable trader, how to not lose in trading, trading strategies. They run all these searches on YouTube, all right? Then they get a guy who will say, when price is rising, the buyers are in control. It's a bullish market. Congratulations, mate. You've been mugged off, all right? The only way price can rise is if someone is on the opposite end selling you a contract that is against your contract. Why? It's a zero-sum game. Because when you buy, when you want to close at a profit, what do you think's going to happen? You think someone magically is going to appear and say, hey, I'll buy your contract off you. Well, if you're trying to buy and take profit from your position, what are you going to do? Sell it. Who's going to be on the other end? The market maker. He's going to buy it off you. However, when you open a buy, the market maker gives you a sell order. It has to be the opposite. Why? Because when you want to pull your money out, you take the liquidity that has been matched against your order. Because you can't buy a contract and buy it back again when you want to get rid of the liquidity. Do you understand? It's like you will have two buy contracts and not have the profit. So in order for you to see a profit on your buy, you need to sell it. And the only way that it can be sold is by cancelling out the liquidity that has been used against your contract, which is the sell order. Which means when you are in a losing position, if your buy is in a losing position, what happens? You sell it and the market maker buys it back at a lower price to what he initially sold it to you at when you were buying at the highs. Yeah? What's good, Bitcoin Brad? What's going on, bro? Thank you very much, man. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting... Where are we at right now in price? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? The concept behind what you understand as a buying and a sell. All right, go out now and ask anyone. If you say to them, when price is rising, you would assume who's in control? The buyers. Well, by that token, you are saying that the buyer, okay, when price comes up towards here, so you're looking at price rising here. You're saying to me that the buyer has decided to stop buying because he doesn't like the idea of making more money. Yeah? You're telling me that the moon boy is conservative and he's like, hold on, guys, we must proceed with caution. We can't keep buying because we don't really favor higher prices. Tell me when a moon boy ever wants to stop price from rising. Never. The only way it stops, okay, is when the market maker stops providing the liquidity. And what he does is he spikes price up and down in a zone. He's taking out all the weak orders, the guys who are trying to go in on the belief that price is going to continue higher. Then what happens? He then drops price. He triggers the orders against what he's been building here because the market maker goes short when price is rising. He builds his short at the highest possible point. 95% of people that go into shorts when price is dropping. Wrong move. The only time you do that is when you're grabbing momentum. Okay, if you can catch momentum, all right, and it's dropping, fair game. Congratulations. But 95% of people buy go short when price is dropping, and they go long when price is rising. This stream's going to show you how to go long when price is dropping and go short while price is rising. And there are people in this stream that have made a killing off that simple understanding by copying what the market maker does. And that, my friends, is exactly what this stream is all about. Helping you understand how it really works. Not what Amazon books tell you, okay? Not what they say on the other channels. If anyone says to you that the bulls are in control, you're at a loss, guys. They don't understand the business model. And the business model is the market maker's business model. And we've got to respect it. All right? Because the only way you're going to know if you understand this game is when you start off with $1,000 and 3 weeks later, you're at $200. That's the only way you're really going to understand this game. That's the true indicator of how well you understand trading. There are probably channels that do understand it, of course. There are people, it's not just me that understands this. There are other people that understand it, other people that apply it in a different way. But 95% of people don't. And there are people out there teaching people the principles that the market maker wants you to understand, which is retail traders mentality. All right? This is it. This is it. All right, listen. What is the name indicator that we stand on the 35k? The name of the indicator. The best way, guys. All right. The best way to understand. Here's something that I always suggest to people. I always tell people, if you really want to know where price is going to go, or you want to understand sentiment, don't go to these economic indicators that you see on these nice websites where the bulls or the bears or anything like that. All right? Go onto YouTube, see who's live, okay? And look at the chat. All right? Look at what the masses of people are saying. Oh, Bitcoin's going to drop, Bitcoin's going to drop, Bitcoin's going to drop. If you see loads of people in chat talking about Bitcoin dropping, the only way price can drop is if there's someone there buying. Because the retail trader can't make price drop. It's the market maker that keeps price dropping, because look, the only way that it can continue to drop is if there's someone there buying. And funnily enough, look at the vector candles. Why do we see vector candles at the lowest point in the chart before it moves away? Because this is the climatic point. This is where they got the retail trader to believe, that's it, man, it's going to go down to 10 grand. Let's get in and go short. Bang, reverses. That's the market maker trapping the retail trader. The retail trader went short because price broke the 50 EMA. There are people that trade simply off that. It continues down lower and lower. Vector candles pushing price down. Interest is favoring lower prices. Market maker is allowing the retail trader to see a bit of money. He then stalls and reverses back up. Gives the retail trader another opportunity to get in because he had his stops taken out. Vector recovery. He then drops it one more time, commits the retail trader to get back in again because he fears that he's missed out on the move to the downside. All the while he's watching YouTube and some guy's saying that Bitcoin's going to drop down to 10K. He does not want to miss out on this opportunity. He goes big. He puts everything down. Max leverage. He doesn't care. He calls his mum and he tells her to just take the dog out for a walk because he's going to lose his mind if it goes wrong, or he's going to make a ton of money if this breaks down below the previous low. Bang, it breaks below the previous low. Then what? Continuation down. This guy thinks he's a king. Then what happens? Candle comes in and reverses back up, takes out his stop, puts him in a miserable place, and he's the one that's taking the dog out for a walk, contemplating why he didn't sell when he had a profit. That, my friends, is how psychological this game is, because that is how they move price. Trader's reality, according to RM, 1st of July, 20K. Who's RM? Who's RM, PC Shed? Riptomaniac. Oh, my guy. Oh, he said that. Everyone has a projection. Everyone's entitled to their own projection, I guess. I mean, 1st of July, 20K Bitcoin. I mean, that will be a killer drop, but very unlikely. Unless they say that they've... Nah, that ain't happening. Composite, there you go. Composite operator acquiring long positions on the way down. Colin, it's exactly who we are talking about. The composite man. Lower than 20K. What, before the 1st of July? Steve's bro. That's crazy. Everyone, look, man, there are people that, look. BitBoy Crypto, he said, what did he say? Bitcoin to 288,000. Now, BitBoy Crypto, he can say what he wants because he says it from a longer term perspective. All right. But you really have to break it down on realistically where price can go in a certain amount of time. You have to consider ADR, the average daily range. How far does Bitcoin travel on a day-to-day range, which will then tell you the chances of it actually hitting a certain point. So for example, if I say to you Bitcoin, all right, is going to travel from the start of this week, which is down here, okay, and it's going to get to, I say, about 40,000, okay, by the end of this week. Would that be a valid assumption? Well, look, we understand that on a week-to-week basis, Bitcoin has an ADR times 3, which is 87,584 pips. That's the smallest change in price, okay? Is 87,584 pips, all right? The smallest change in price. So from the start of the week, okay, from down here all the way up, I said 40,000, yeah? That will take us all the way up to, all right, 40,000 is there, okay? Right there, 40K. I said 87,584. This is showing me at 40,000, it will be 89,973. So I'm just 2,000 pips above what I'm expecting it to get to. What I'm saying is Bitcoin, if it's traveling upwards, is going to travel a ADR times 3. We've already had 1 times ADR. It's pulled back, and we're expecting another move to the upside, retrace, and then another move to form a peak formation. So would it be valid to say that by the end of the week, Bitcoin could hit 40K? Yes. Why? Because it's within its ADR range. It's likely to hit that. Okay? So when someone makes a prediction, which is why I always say projection, there's a difference between the two. A prediction doesn't have any context behind it. It's just gambling and assuming that, yep, Bitcoin's going to get there. And they won't say anything until it gets closer towards it. When it hits it, they'll take all the glory. But a projection is a calculated guess. It's a guesstimate as to really, realistically, what number of confluences need to come into play for a price to get to that point. So we understand that in order for Bitcoin to get to 40K, it needs to travel at least ADR times 3. So we need 3 cycles to the upside. If its average daily range travels 29,195 pips on a day-to-day basis, that means it would need to move up ADR, 29,195 pips, times 3, which equates to approximately 87,584. So from the low of the week where it started all the way up to the highest point of the ADR, all right, Bitcoin can achieve that by the end of the week. That's not financial advice, guys. That's me just giving you a difference between a projection and a prediction. All right? I've got context behind why my projection could potentially play out. Let's look at the factors. Price is trading above the psychological high. All right? Price is above the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Price is now working towards above the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. We are in a peak formation, coming out of a pattern. We've been dropping down. Now it's on its way to form a rise level 1 drop, rise level 2, waiting for level 1 to be confirmed. We expect 3 cycles to the upside, which is consistent with the ADR times 3. Bang, there's your projection. Let's see if it plays out. You will have more credibility in saying, how did you understand it was going to get to 40K? Well, we need to understand what's been going on before it was 40K. Not to simply throw out that it's going to get to 40K and just hope that it does, and then take the glory when it does happen. Or if it doesn't get to 40K and then it comes all the way down to 10K and start sharing with the grief that Bitcoin is dropping at 10K and start being the guy that opens his arms to everyone. Forget that. I have no bias towards price. I don't care what Bitcoin's price is. I look at what Bitcoin is doing. That's all you have. And that's where you get thrown about in this marketplace. If you're paying attention to price, that's where you can become emotional. Why? There are people that think Bitcoin should be cheaper. There are people that think Bitcoin should be, much more expensive. People are stuck to a value. Go in, look at other people's live chats. Look at how many people mention the numbers. 31, 30, 29, 20, 21, 13, 10, 5, 60 cents. People attach a conviction behind a number. The more you keep attaching a conviction, and imagine thousands of other people doing the same thing, well, guess where the market maker is going to be moving price? He's going to move price to your commitments. You're going to be the person that fulfills his liquidity to open a long or a short, so that when it comes to your price, you're going to think it's going to go and continue from that point. Guess what happens? The reverse does. All right? So, by that token, guys, I hope that all of you have enjoyed this stream. I'm going to rest my head. I am absolutely exhausted. I am tired. My migraine has got really personal with me, and it just wants to spend some time with me. And I'm doing my hardest to get away from it as fast as I can. But listen, thank you so much. All right. Just before I go, let me show you exactly what's going on. Bitcoin has tried to take the Asian session high. Okay. It's done very well to close above the 50 EMA. Before anything happens, the cigar will come out when the 13 EMA crosses over, back over the 50 EMA. All right. Notice how we are now recovering previous vectors slowly. See, start of the stream, we said the red vector would get recovered. Why? Because they opened longs at lower prices, didn't allow price to break below the 50 EMA, came back up, test the daily open. Whew. Look at that for a projection. You've seen it with your own eyes. Previous red vector candle recovered. Near enough. All right, I'll take that. Happy days. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. All right, patrons, tomorrow we'll be rolling out at about 9:30 because I have my daughter with me. I am at my mother's and I have my daughter with me today. So I'm going to do my very best to get on at 9:30. It's likely that I will get on at 9:30, but I'm going to explain to you guys that I won't be able to do many videos, but you'll be getting them towards the end of the day. So about 3 o'clock. All right. Because I don't think I'll have the power to actually upload so many videos. So tomorrow, the stage chat will be a pretty long stream, but I'll be recording 10-15 minute video segments and uploading them to the Patreon for the people who can't make it. So I'll only record stuff that's important that I want you guys to listen to. Okay? So other than that, guys, have a wonderful evening. If you are new, thank you very much for passing through. Feel free to subscribe. If not, I hope you've learned a thing or two. All right? Mad love and respect. I'm going to go and relax. PC Shed, have a wonderful evening, my dear friend. All the members of the channel, mad love and respect. Sack Trades, Crypto Maniac, silly shout outs, man. Going crazy before I leave. By the way, when I say bye, it takes about 10 minutes to go. So I'm going to leave right now. Good night, guys. Take care of yourselves. Peace.